Hey guys, it's time for a brew. It's really hot. Just made it actually. Here we go. Really hot, really hot. Also, this mug right here. I love this mug. It's really hot. I've mentioned that. Shut up. You don't need to talk about it anymore. It's really hot. We get it. If they don't get it, they'll rewind it. Watch me say it another 2-3 times. So I found something to do with one of these. If you've ever seen one of these, it's rubber-ish, whatever. It's rubber. And it is a thing to help you with opening jars that, the lid's gotten kind of stuck or whatever. I could go man mode and try to open it, but I'm not a man-ish thing, whatever. I'm a man, as it is a human man, because I have one of those things that makes me not a woman. But I have a heck of a time opening jars, but I am so glad that I was able to get a hold of one of these. And because I have a few jars that needed opening. Anyways, but I found a new use for it, which is grab really hot cups. Because it's non-slip, so you get a really good grip on the cup. I was going to bring it in here with a towel. I was going to be bad. Somehow the towel would have gotten in the way. I would have let loose the grip just a little bit, and then it would have and I would have been, Mah! And I am assuming that much weight, possibly on this desk being glass, that it might just, I don't know. I doubt it, but still, I didn't really want to run the risk of hurting my beautiful mug, which I cannot get a hold of again. It is a one of a kind. And so yeah, so today, what happened today? Other than I had kind of a half heavy, half light lunch. I got a buffalo chicken wrap. Always good times. But I also got this thing from the local bowling alley, also called an onion loaf. Now I do not like onions. I don't like onions raw or not breaded. Basically, we're just going to say not breaded. It's kind of like fish. You know how a lot of people just don't like fish, but if it's breaded or anything that masks the flavor of it, they love it, right? That's me. All right? And onions have to be like super thin as well and cooked properly, which I think that's for anyone, I would assume, but for the sake of argument here, I really like really thin pieces of onion that has been deep fried, lightly breaded, preferably. And there's this thing called a onion loaf, and it's really good. I mean, it's too much money. It's just too much money for what it is, but it's really tasty. And there's a thing they call a Western burger, and that is really amazing. But they put these with, you might call them onion tanglers, is what they say on there, but really it's just part of a bunion, or a bunion. Ew. There's from another restaurant. There's a thing called a bunion onion, which is supposed to be like Paul Bunyan. It's supposed to be humongous, right? But you hear bunion, you just think grotesque growth on feet, and it doesn't sound pleasant. Even though that bunion onion actually does look like something that came off of a foot. Anyways, off topic. But anyways, yeah. So I get this because it's really good and tastes like those things they put on that burger, and so I just it's excellent, right? And I mentioned the Western burger in another video. Stupid. Anywho. So yeah, I got that, and that was kind of my heavy part, because it was like, I could tell it was just greasy, and I was like, this is going to be bad for me, and I'm going to have a bad something later. Luckily, none of that. I'm fine. So I've been watching Netflix today, and I watched another episode of Skins. Got to meet Thomas, the African-American boy who comes over from Africa and tries to make friends and everything. And I am not that guy. I've never been that guy, really. I think I've tried and think people just think I'm odd. I'm just not that kind of friendly person, really, in person at all. As much as I want to be. I mean, I am friendly and respectful and everything, but I have this issue where new people, I just become... do they call it a wallflower? Let me know in the comments, but I think it's a wallflower, where you just kind of... People! and you just kind of keep away from everyone. But if you know them, you might be okay. You might just kind of mingle, no problem, which is how I usually am. But I really liked his character. His character was so nice and really had this innocence about him. But he knew how to hold down respect. If he seen respect being violated, he just jumped in there and was like, hey, none of that. And I love that. I love that. But I just have not been able to gain that, and I don't feel like I can just switch and be that person, because I think people that do know me would just be like, are you okay? Are you okay? Because you seem... What happened? You know, just very concerned, I feel like, but maybe I can slowly become that person. Maybe doing these videos is kind of helping me open up and all that. I don't know. Whatever. Less seriousness and on to fun things. It rained a lot today, like super heavy. That's not serious. That sucks. Gloomy, rainy. Bleh. What else happened? Something interesting. I'm not having a water. Yeah. Tea is always good. Constant comment. If you have a grocery store that sells lots of tea, which I assume you probably do, go get Constant Comment. Go get the value pack because you're going to love it. All right? It's like you get 40 bags, and it comes in like there's 5 in each little pouch. That means there's 8 pouches. Yeah, I can do math. So it is really good. You just got to go get it. You just got to go get it. And this cup is still really hot, but I don't care. It's worth burning your fingers and burning your mouth just to have it, because it's so good. Also, it doesn't have a weird color at all. That seems really strange. I don't have anything else to talk about, so I'm just going to talk about tea. The one that I like to have, and you have seen it, the orange and spice. Love it. Love it. It's so good. But the problem I have with it, it's nitpicking, okay? It's tasty. I love it. I love to have it, especially when I'm sick. But my nitpicking about it would be as a strange color. Like, in the cup, it has a strange color. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know if this will... There you go. It's kind of that color of coffee, right? And it's like a really light coffee color, where if you put milk or cream in there, it becomes this nice, color here. But normally, this Constant Comment comes out like really, like a normal black tea, because that's, a lot of what it is. But with the orange and spice, it is literally like peels and stuff of like oranges, lemons, I think, something like that. And, obviously oranges. But it has a really strange color. After it has been dipped and everything, it turns like pink, and then the actual liquid is really of a strange color. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that like this, the way this looks is actually what it looks like once you pour some white liquid, as in milk or cream, which that sounded bad, you kind of see what the actual color is. Whoa, background changed and just got really red. Everything's on fire. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll put it out later. Just kidding. I don't know where that came from. But when you pour milk into that orange and spice, it like turns literally gray. Like gray. I was trying to think like there's something near me that's gray, right? It's gray. And it's really strange and weird. It still tastes good, don't get me wrong, but it looks really strange. It doesn't look like normal tea. And because it really isn't, I think it would be considered a herbal tea, where this is not. This is a black tea with like lemon and orange, citrus type flavors and whatnot. So go get it. Seriously, it is amazing. And obviously this style has caffeine. And then what does that tell you? I'm going to be up for a little while yet. I'm not sure what I want to do. That's one of my issues, like on a Friday night. I just don't know what to do. And I'm going to be, hopefully maybe tomorrow, I'm going to buy and download the Duels of Planeswalkers 2014, as I mentioned in my last video. I just don't want to do it tonight, but I think I'm going to kill some zombies or play SimCity. SimCity, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. So they have all these updates that came out. I don't care if it's a long video. They have all these things that came out, like bridges. Like, you can make bridges at any time. Like, before, you could draw a road and if it happened to be over top of another road, it would put like the bridge in there for you. But it was like a really huge bridge, like depending on how you, like if you had a road that came this way and then another one that came this way, this section would be like super tall. And it made no sense other than you could make people live under the bridge. And if you happen to live near the water, you could just assume they're going to live in a van. But at least this time you can actually say, okay, I have 2 roads going like this, and I have some roads going like this. These can be bridges. And then you can raise them, I think, to be a certain level. I haven't really done it, but when reading the patch notes, it was really neat to see that. Another thing I found kind of strange and interesting at the same time, of all the different packages that are kind of coming out to like give you add-ons to say that you can build this, whatever. One of them was a worship pack, and it's free. Everything else is pay. You have to pay for it. The worship one is free. You want to put churches in your SimCity? Go right ahead. It's free. You got it. Have at it. Anything else you have to pay for. Is that weird? Also cool. I mean, at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I try to stay on the logic side of like things that deal with religion and everything. I mean, I consider myself a Christian, so I mean, I don't do everything Christian-like. Don't get me wrong, but there are certain things I feel like need to be completely viewed from logic and ration standpoint. And in this case, I thought it was interesting that they made the worship part where you want to put churches in your SimCity, go right ahead. We gave it to you free. And, and that's just a free patch. I didn't buy anything else. The game is whatever I paid to begin with. It's like $40 or whatever it was. So that sort of thing. And I think that's cool. I think that's a good idea. You don't have to use it. It means nothing to your city if you don't want. It's a completely tourist culture. I think it's culture section. So you can do it if you want. You don't have to. So I think that's kind of a neat idea. But I don't want to make this video too long. So I'm hopefully going to talk to you guys again tomorrow. But as always, I never know. Things could be happening. It's my Saturday to work, so probably going to be going to bed here in the next hour or so, hopefully. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.